Filipinos are innately bold and patriotic, and they will stop at nothing to promote peace against the conquerors, including Spaniards, Americans, and even Japanese. It is natural for a Filipino to be brave and intelligent, and this is merely a sign that whoever conquers will continue to fight. There have been numerous battles in the Philippines, and so many Filipinos have been battled for our motherland. The Philippine-American War. After the Spanish-American War ended in August 1898, the United States and Spain signed the Treaty of Paris, in which Spain ceded the Philippines to the United States for over $20 million. 2 days before the U.S. Senate vote to ratify the treaty, fighting broke out between American troops and the Filipino revolutionaries who sought complete independence. The Treaty of Paris marked not only the end of Spanish-American War, but also the beginning of the Philippine-American War. The Battle of Tirad Pass. The Battle of Tirad Pass was a significant engagement during the Philippine-American War that took place on December 2, 1899, in the province of Ilocos Sur, Philippines. The battle was fought between a small group of Filipino soldiers led by General Gregorio del Pilar and much larger force of American troops. The battle was fought in the rugged terrain of the Cordillera Mountains, and the pass was a critical point on the mountain road that led to the President Emilio Aguinaldo's stronghold in the north. The Americans were determined to capture Aguinaldo and have been pursuing him for months. Del Pilar and his men were tasked with defending the pass and stopping the Americans' advance. Despite being heavily outnumbered and outgunned, they fought bravely and managed to hold off the American troops for several hours. However, the American forces eventually broke through their line, and Del Pilar was killed in action. Although the Filipino forces were ultimately defeated, the Battle of Tirad Pass became a symbol of Filipino bravery and resistance against American colonialism. Del Pilar's sacrifice and heroism in the battle earned him a place in the Philippine history as a national hero and a martyr. General Gregorio del Pilar. General Gregorio del Pilar was a Filipino revolutionary and military leader who played a significant role in the Philippine Revolutionary against Spanish colonial rule and the Philippine-American War. He was born on November 14, 1875 in San Jose, Nueva Ecija, Philippines, and died on December 2, 1899, at the age of 24 in the Battle of Tirad Pass. Del Pilar is best known for his heroic defense of the pass against American forces during the Philippine-American War. He was one of the youngest generals in the Philippine Revolutionary Army and known for his courage, intelligence, and strategic thinking. Despite of being outnumbered and outgunned, he led a small band of Filipino soldiers in the valiant stand against American troops, allowing Philippine President Emilio Aguinaldo to escape to safety. Del Pilar's bravery and sacrifice in the Battle of Tirad Pass made him a national hero in the Philippines, and he is still revered as one of the country's greatest military leaders. He is often referred to by his nickname, the Boy General, and his legacy continues to inspire Filipinos to this day. The battle. The battle on the morning of December 2, the Americans advanced up the trail but were met with a steady volley of fire, enabling them to climb to only 300 feet. The Americans abandoned the idea of frontal assault and took cover in a zigzag trail. Texan sharpshooters positioned themselves on a hill overlooking the trenches, wheeling down the Philippine rear guard with the measured valleys. Nevertheless, the Filipino continued to hold their ground, utilizing focused volley of fire that repelled other advances by the Americans. Therefore, March sent elements of their force with an Igorot villager named Januario Galut to determine the Filipino positions and outflank the defenders. While the flanking movement was still in progress, 3 American soldiers rushed to the battlefield but found themselves receiving Filipino fire. 2 died, being the only Americans killed in the encounter, while the 3rd was badly wounded. More than 5 hours after the battle began, the Americans began to feel the scorching heat of the midway sun and decided to rest while midst the rock. Later that day, the search party had succeeded in their task and the American fell upon the rear of the outnumbered defenders. Defending them, over the course of the battle, 52 of the 60 Filipino were killed. Among the dead was General Del Pilar, shot through the neck at the height of end of the struggle.